One morning, a young monk asked his elder, "Master, what is the greatest value of my life?" The elder smiled at him, but didn't give him the answer. Instead, he told the young monk to go on a little journey. "Before I give you the answer, I want you to complete a mission. Go outside to the garden and find a large stone. Then take the stone down to the market to sell it. If someone asks you for the price of the stone, stay silent, and instead, just stretch out 2 fingers in response. If someone offers you money for it, don't sell the stone. Bring it back to me, and I will tell you the answer to your question." The young monk set off early the next morning and carried the large stone to the market to sell. The market was crowded that day, and all the people were very curious about the mysterious young monk and his stone. Suddenly, a housewife came over and asked, "How much are you selling that stone for?" Just as his master told him to, the young monk stretched out 2 fingers. Puzzled, the housewife asked, $2? The young monk shook his head, and the housewife replied, "So it's $20. Well, okay. I've been looking for a good paperweight to use at home." The young monk couldn't help but think to himself, "My goodness, someone's willing to fork out $20 to buy this worthless stone. There are thousands more in the hills where this stone came from." However, the young monk followed his master's instructions, keeping the stone, and cheerfully went back to report his accomplishments. "Master, you won't believe it. Today there was a housewife who offered $20 to buy my stone. Now, can you tell me, what is the greatest value of my life?" The elder monk replied, "Very good, but your mission is not over yet. Tomorrow morning, I want you to try again. This time, take the stone to the museum instead. Come back to me afterwards, and I will tell you the answer to your question." The next morning, in the museum, a group of curious onlookers stood whispering amongst themselves. "It looks like an ordinary stone. What's so special about it? There must be some hidden value, or why would the young monk bring it here?" At this moment, a person sprang out from the crowd and shouted out to the monk asking, "Young monk, how much are you selling this stone for?" Once again, the young monk didn't say anything and just showed him 2 fingers. The man said, $200? The little monk shook his head, and the man replied, "Of course, $2,000 then. I'll carve this stone into a statue and make it into a work of art." Upon hearing this offer, the little monk was taken aback. Almost giddy from excitement, the young monk remembered his master's instructions and rushed back to the monastery before anyone could say another word. "Master, today someone offered me $2,000 for my stone. I don't believe what's happening. Now can you tell me what's the greatest value of my life?" The elder monk laughed and said, "Not so fast. I have one last task for you. Tomorrow, I want you to try one more time. This time, take the stone down to the art collector's shop. When you come back, I promise to give you the answer." So, in the next morning of the 3rd day, the young monk brought his stone to the art collector's store. It seemed the story of the little monk and his mysterious stone had spread throughout the town, as immediately he was surrounded by a group of people. They murmured excitedly to each other in hushed tones, "This young monk is shrewd. He must know the true value of this precious rock to bring it here." Finally, one person asked him, "Little monk, what is the asking price for your wonderful stone?" As before, the young monk stretched out 2 fingers without replying. $20,000? Another man asked. Completely stunned, the young man blurted out a garbled reply before covering his now wide-open mouth in a fluster. Thinking that he had angered the young monk with the lowball price, the man immediately corrected himself. "Oh, no. I meant to say $200,000. The young monk was so stunned that he picked up the stone and ran all the way back to the monastery, leaving the entire crowd in an uproar. Panting excitedly, he described his experience at the art collector to his elder. Master, we're rich. Someone just offered $200,000 for the stone. Surely now you can finally tell me what the greatest value of my life is. Please." Smiling, the elder monk patted the young monk on the head and gently said, "My child, you have already discovered the answer to your own question. The greatest value of your life is just like this stone. At the market, you're only worth $20. At the museum, you're only worth $2,000. But if you can place yourself at the art collector, you're worth $200,000. So the value of your life is exactly where you place yourself to be. The decision is yours to make." We have the power to determine our own worth. It is time to stop putting ourselves down and realize the value, skills, and creativity that we each bring into the world. We all live different lives, full of different experiences and lessons. We need to use this knowledge to identify our strengths and weaknesses and find out how to use them to our advantage. Our worth could be $1, $10, or even $1 million. Ultimately, we each get to decide that for ourselves. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.